broadcasting across the nation from the East Coast to the West, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm, the show that makes you go, Technology News of the Week, the show for the everyday person talking about technology, broadcasting across the nation with insightful segments on subjects weeks ahead of the mainstream media. We welcome our radio audience of 35 million listeners to an hour of insightful technology news. I'm Nathan Mumm, your host and a technologist with over 35 years of technology expertise. Our co-host Mike Day is in studio today. He's the award-winning author and human behavior expert that loves AI. And of course,
you gotta lie about me like that.
We are live streaming during our show on 6 of the most popular platforms, including YouTube, Twitch TV, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now Kick and Rumble. We encourage you to visit us online at techtimeradio.com and become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/techtimeradio. We are friends from a different background, but we bring the best technology show possible each week for our family, listeners, and fans to enjoy. We're glad to have Odie, our producer, at the control panel today. Welcome, everyone. Let's start today's show.
Now on today's show.
All right, today on the show, we have another scary aspect of TikTok and a technology fail that's just plain scary. And then it starts asking the question, should we just post all of our information on the web for everyone to have access to? You know what? That's what we're going to talk about.
Is that your solution?
You know what? After you listen to the technology fail, you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to put everything out there and it'll make it easier for me to find it and everybody else. And of course, we have our standard features, including Mike's mesmerizing moment, the technology fail, possible Nathan Nugget. We got to get to the Nathan Nugget, so I'm going to be on time today. And of course, our pick of the day, whiskey tasting, to see if our selected whiskey pick gets 0, 1, or 2 thumbs up by the end of the show. I've already been drinking this early, and this is great stuff. So I'm a big Weller's fan, but we'll hear more about it, I'm sure, from our buddy Mark. I'm sure he's a big Weller's fan also. But now it's time for the latest headlines in the world of technology.
Here are our top technology stories of the week.
All right, story number 1. TikTok is tracking you even if you've never used the app. All right, let's go to Lisa Walker for more on this invasion of privacy.
Thanks, Nathan. Now the timing is no accident. Just weeks after TikTok's U.S. operations were sold to a group that consists of Oracle, private equity firm Silver Lake, and investment firm MGX, the company rolled out new data collection rules and a more aggressive advertising network. The updated Pixel no longer just tracks whether TikTok ads lead to in-app purchases. It now follows you after you leave TikTok, reporting what you do on other websites. Disconnect, the cybersecurity firm analyzing the Pixel, found that TikTok is even intercepting data websites send to Google, capturing information site owners never intended to share. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, you're going to love this, Mike.
I think it's funny that TikTok is now your most hated one.
Well, just, you know what? TikTok used to be really good, but they've expanded their data harvesting empire. And avoiding the app won't protect you. TikTok collects deeply personal information from people who've never installed the app. Thanks to the upgraded tracking system called the TikTok Pixel, this tiny invisible piece of code sits on websites across the internet and quickly sends TikTok data about your activity, including sensitive details like cancer diagnosis, fertility searches, mental health crisis lookups. Cyber experts are saying it's extremely invasive and you see things that you shouldn't.
Okay, so is this something that happens if I come across a TikTok video, even though I don't have an app, and I click on it?
No, this actually happens if you just visit a site. If the site has decided, so let's say you go to dnd.com or something like that. So you go to a site that has nothing to do with TikTok, but their web developer has enabled the TikTok Pixel on their site. What happens is that immediately sends data back to TikTok, even though you've never touched TikTok, and it will track everything you do on that site. Now, the TikTok Pixel has been out for a long time. It previously collected data from when the China company owned it, of when you were using TikTok. But with our new company now, they've decided, you know what, let's open the floodgates and let's take a look at this, because now we can track anybody on where they go through on the internet itself. So the kicker here, you don't need a TikTok account for any of this to happen. Just the website using that pixel. TikTok gets your data automatically, email address, page interaction, form submission, and extreme personal data. They're building a surveillance empire. Now, there's a way you can get around this. So for those of you that are listening, here's what you need to do. You need to do a couple things. First off, you can use a browser like Brave, Firefox, or Safari, which will block TikTok pixel before it loads. If you're deciding to use Chrome or Edge or some of these other browsers that do not block that, I would suggest that you use the privacy blocker called Privacy Badger that allows you to add another layer of protection so that you don't report back what's going on. TikTok also offers a clear way of collecting the data and asking it to be deleted. So if you create an account, you have to create a TikTok account. What you could do is, if you're tied to your real information there, you can ask them to delete your user information. So if you want to get rid of the data that you're collecting, you have to create a TikTok account so they have information then to track you while you're using the TikTok app, but then you won't get tracked on other websites that may have this enabled.
Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of loophole in that.
So this is horrible. This is horrible. We are now... I'm glad you're coming over to see my side of things. Well, well, it's horrible.
You guys are always messing with me about how negative I am about this stuff.
Well, this information wasn't tracked the way they're tracking it now. So the new company comes in and takes over. They say, you know what? Before it was tracked when you were using TikTok, but heck, we already have this built into the system. Why don't we just say we're going to track everything for these users? We'll create a big database, and then that way us American company can make sure we can sell that data at a later time to somebody for the highest bidder. So my TikTok usage is starting to dwindle down, and I'm starting to use.
Are you going back to Facebook?
Reels. Yeah, I'm starting to go to Reels. And you know what? It's tough, Odie, but do you want everything that you do to be tracked? Or I mean, so
everything I do, anything anybody does, is already tracked.
Okay, wait till we hear the technology fail, and then you're going to be even scarier today.
There's no way to avoid it.
That kind of attitude is how we get into 1984.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, unless
there's totally something we can do about it.
We could not watch things. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, stop getting on those stupid
I'm not going to.
My algorithm is so messed up. My algorithm is sending me stuff.
Ever since they converted over to is it Oracle?
Oracle's the main.
Oh my God, my algorithm is trash now.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like click on the stuff that I like, and then I'm starting to even like follow people, which I never followed people before. So it's like, hint, this is what I want, and this is what I don't want. This is what I want. I get random. I am not person looking to buy a car. I'm not a car mechanic guy. I've never had car mechanic crap ever come up in my TikTok feed. I get so much car mechanic stuff. I think I should change my profession and just become a mechanic, because every video I'm getting
that's how that works.
Is a repair about something on a car. I haven't searched for car mechanic stuff, so I have no idea. All right. Well, Mike,
want you to be a car mechanic.
All right, Mike, I'm excited today. I'm so excited.
Why are you excited?
What do we have for story number 2?
Oh, what don't we have?
What do we got going on?
Oh, well, you know how much I love AI.
You do love AI.
Yeah.
You're the poster child.
I am the poster child for the AI love fest.
Okay.
Your phone edits all your photos with AI now, and most people don't even know it.
What? Tell me more.
Smartphones are promising to capture our memories, but today they are quietly reshaping them through layers of AI. Samsung's Space Zoom moon photos famously add craters that never existed, proving your phone isn't just recording reality, it's interpreting it. Even when you're not using flashy features, every tap triggers trillions of algorithmic decisions. What you see in your camera roll is often a blend of guesses, enhancements, and machine-made assumptions.
All right, so do you know about that Space Zoom?
I don't.
So this is what happened. People were taking pictures of the moon, and they would take blurry pictures of the moon. And then one person even took a picture of a blurry moon. But when it came back out, it was ultra high resolution of a blurry picture that you took of the moon, and it created craters that do not exist.
Yeah. Manufacturers are insisting this is all about authenticity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yet the processing goes far beyond simple cleanup. Apple's Deep Fusion and similar tools rebuild pixels based on millions of reference images, sometimes creating photos that look crisp but strangely artificial. Critics say these systems make aesthetic choices on your behalf, shaping how your memories look without your knowledge. Some users are even switching to older phones because the new ones feel too polished to trust. In certain markets, AI beauty filters push the boundaries further by enhancing eyebrow hair, smoothing skin, or adding facial details that had never existed in the frame. Experts are arguing this isn't malicious, but it does blur the line between photography and digital artwork. Research shows these edits can influence memory, self-image, and even emotional perception. The more AI steps in, the harder it becomes to know where reality ends and enhancement begins. Hey, that kind of sounds familiar. That kind of sounds like how I talk about AI all the time.
It does, and this goes to a personal thing right here. I do a little thing on the side, right? And I have this artwork that was created. And you know what? All originally created, and I now am getting accused of this artwork of being AI generated.
I think that's
so. You know what? Now no one can trust anybody. So what happens is if there's something out there, they have AI. And so my question, let me ask you this. We've used like Adobe Photo Illustrator forever. That's what artists use to do a lot of photo editing.
Mm-hmm.
That's had sharpening tools that have been in there. It's had blur tools that have been in there. So people have used that before for like 15, 20 years. These tools have been here. No big concern about it. Now, if you put a graphic on there and you use those same exact tools, boom, now you're getting AI.
Like shows like CSI should address this because that's where this whole photo enhancing thing comes from.
That doesn't work,
right?
Yeah, that
right there, like saying, "Hey, can you enhance that photo so we can see
I hate that.
Yeah, we can do that now." And
should
have it. They should have it show now that they enhance it and that comes up with the exact wrong thing,
the wrong number in there. There you go.
I don't know.
All right. Okay.
I mean, we live in an age of delusion as it is already.
Okay.
I mean, we are so deluded that we're getting to where we don't know what reality is.
It is tough.
And the more online we become, the more deluded we're going to get.
Okay. All right. Anything else about this?
Well, you can turn off some of the features.
Okay.
But getting a truly untouched photo requires effort that most people will never take.
That sounds like it. That's kind of like Odie not getting rid of TikTok. You know what? There's a certain point where that's too difficult. I get it.
And as these tools grow more powerful, the question becomes whether we're documenting moments or letting machines reinvent them. See, there's the delusion.
Okay.
As experts say, we are in trouble when my phone starts remembering things better than I do, and now we've got a whole new tech problem on our hands.
I guess that's true, right?
Yeah. And, I get accused of being a naysayer all the time, and we keep reporting on this stuff, and
well, yeah, okay.
And now you're starting coming over to my side.
Well,
you're coming to the dark side, buddy.
I don't know if I'm coming to the dark side.
You are.
You know what? We report the news. We just report the news the way that it is. So you're getting tracked now with whether or not you use TikTok.
Is that what we do? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All
right.
You're the TikTok guy.
Well, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Great event that happened. And you know what? Probably the worst event in the lifetime of Ring. The doorbell camera. This is not going to be an easy article to talk about because it has sparked a sudden shutdown. So Amazon Ring has scrapped its planned partnership with Flock Safety after public backlash over surveillance concerns. The deal would have let law enforcement agencies using Flock's license plate camera network request Ring footage from customers who opted in. And
Can they enhance those?
Yeah, well, they can do a lot. The move comes just days after the Super Bowl commercial drew heavy criticism for promoting what many saw as a neighborhood over surveillance. Now, the ad introduced a new feature called Search Party, showing a neighborhood of Ring users pooling their camera footage to track down a poor lost dog. What was meant to look heartwarming and indeed struck many viewers as a blueprint for crowdsourced surveillance where everyone's movements could be traced by a network of doorbells. Flock called the cancellation a mutual decision. So now, before I talk about the last part
I'm sure
about
it was a
this,
mutual
we're going to
decision.
talk about this, Odie. Odie's excited about this because I am too.
This is very warming to my heart, though.
Okay.
That people are actually responding to this in a way that is.
Well, hang on. Let's talk about it before we talk about the commercial. Now, Ring ended its planned integration with Flock Safety. Only affects the specific partnership. Ring still maintains a long-standing law enforcement portal. So this is. Everybody saw the commercial. This is what happened. Everybody saw the commercial. Oh my gosh, Ring can sell all of our data to everybody. This is horrible. Then Ring's like, what do we do? Oh, let's say that we're not going to do this big deal with Flock's Safety Company. So they cancel that deal. But that makes no difference because we have reported about this 2 years ago. Ring currently and still does sell all your video to law enforcement organizations, government organizations that have a law enforcement portal. So this did not go away. This is already in place.
All right. So is Ring just giving law enforcement videos when they request it?
Yes.
Or do they? So the law enforcement requests it from Ring and not from the individual?
Yes. And they've had this for 2.5 years. Nothing in the announcement changes what they currently have in place. It only made this big push to say, oops, we probably shouldn't have shown a video of us all spying on everybody. And now they're trying to get rid of this Flock deal. So that makes it look like, oh no, we decided not to do anything. They even came out to the extent saying we've shown no video footage to Flock. They have none of those videos, but that makes no difference because you're already selling it to all these other agencies for the past 2 years. All right. So tell me about this commercial. When you saw it, Odie, what did you think?
Okay. When I saw it, it really hit the, I think it's like the pathos in me.
Okay.
Where I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, what innovation? Like, this is what technology is for. 2 minutes later, I was like, hold on. That is a police state, if I may.
Yeah.
And it was just like, wait, this is it. Do they get permit? So many questions came up. One, do they get permission? This just proves the whole privacy thing.
Nope.
Privacy is not a thing at all and anywhere because you could just be walking down the street and if you have a Ring camera, I'm now on video.
You're on my Ring camera.
Yeah. There's no such thing as and
Ring can still sell that to law enforcement because they've been doing that for the last 2+ years since we talked about it on TechTime Radio.
I'm sure there's some arguments here about what is personal and private information versus public information.
No, they're allowed to Ring. No, because when you use Ring now, you give all authority.
I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about when you're in public, anybody can film you.
Yes.
You don't have any right to say you can't film me in public.
That's correct.
Yes.
So if you're walking down the street and Ring cameras are picking up you walking down the street, technically you're in public and you're getting filmed, right?
Yeah.
Now,
that still's not the warm and fuzzies, but on
the one hand, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Because we look at something like the Idaho 4 murders.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Those were picked up with surveillance cameras, like his whole route of what he did that night.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have that if it weren't for those people that have those devices out and ready and watching and blah, 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 blah. So on the one hand, I'm like, okay, well, now we
but
understand what happened.
throwing the baby out with the bathwater?
Exactly.
So you
right?
You either get it one way or the other. Either
I'm against it, but I'm also like, it's really hard to be black and white about this.
Well, let me just tell you.
Well,
let me tell you, Ring's making it sound like they canceled this. So Ring's getting a lot of backlash.
Agreed.
And so what they're doing is they're making this big statement that they will not move forward with Flock, which is their smoke screen because we're already been doing this. We just decided to put it in a public commercial.
Exactly.
And now we're getting backlash. So we can't go back to our existing contract. So oops. And I don't think they'll probably ever show another video that has that type of track.
The further we move into a technological age, the less privacy we are going to have. Okay. That's the cost of all this technology is we have no privacy.
We don't.
And what happens when Ring develops the thermal cameras?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that can see things behind walls. What happens then?
Well, then they sell that to the police too.
Yeah. So this is problematic for all kinds of reasons.
Well, that ends our top technology stories of the week. Now we're going to dive into the letter segment after this commercial break. Be sure to get a listener to tune in and hear what not to do in this letter segment. And we're going to head on out here. You're listening to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. See you after the commercial break.
Looking for custom glass solutions for your next commercial project? Hartung Glass Industries is your trusted partner in custom glass fabrication. For over 100 years, Hartung has delivered proven manufacturing expertise, comprehensive product offerings, and dependable service and quality. From energy-efficient facades to custom shower doors, we create glass solutions tailored to your project needs. With 8 facilities across the U.S. and Canada, we combine national expertise with a local touch-ensuring faster service and unparalleled customer care. Hartung Glass Industries, where quality meets innovation. Visit hartungglass.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Tech Time with Nathan Mumm. Our weekly show covers the top technology subjects without a political agenda. We verify the facts and we do it. A little sense of humor in less than 60 minutes. And of course, with a little whiskey on the side.
We need the whiskey.
We need the whiskey for some of these stories today. Wait till we get into the letters.
Is it Halloween again?
It's not a Halloween episode, but it kind
That
of
is
feels
not
like
what today is.
What is today?
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. What do we have here to
It's happy 2 days, 3 days after Valentine's Day.
There you go. All right.
Yes. So today we are drinking Weller Full Proof. And this particular one is a store pick. It's the Beller Cut Barrel 039 Single Barrel Select.
Oh, wow.
Now, from Buffalo Trace's website, William LaRue Weller pioneered the use of wheat in place of rye, creating a smoother, softer style of bourbon that became his signature. Now, this is bottled at 114 proof, the same strength that entered the barrel. This non-chilled filtered wheated bourbon remains and retains all the natural oils and flavors developed during distillation and aging, which may cause it to appear cloudy when chilled. The result is a whiskey with a rich mouthfeel, layered with robust notes of vanilla, caramel, and toasted oak, finishing with long notes of creme brulee and chocolate. Now, it's from the Sazerac Company, and it's distilled in Frankfort, Kentucky, with the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Straight bourbon. Age is non-age stated. It's 114 proof. The mash bill is undisclosed, but we know it's the wheated mash bill. The price is $50 for MSRP, but usually you'll never see it for less than $150.
Okay. All right. What's your take on this, Mike? I like this. I mean, I like many of our whiskeys, especially celebrities. I've been told by somebody on here, celebrity endorsed whiskeys and some vodkas too. You know, but
We don't do vodka on the show.
I know. I'm just saying celebrities. I like the celebrity stuff, but this is Weller. I love Weller whiskey, so it's going to be very tough for me to criticize anything about this.
Well, so far this has an excellent aftertaste.
Great aftertaste.
What,
not too much of a bite.
What am I finish? It has a great finish.
Thank you. Now, of the Weller line, taking away the BTAC, which is like the William LaRue Weller and the high-end one, of the standard 5 Wellers, this is my favorite one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mark's giving
I
us,
see. We were talking
giving us
about.
hints.
I kind of like the Black Label a little bit better, to be honest. But that's okay.
Why is it cheaper?
So he's referring to the Weller 12 years for those listening out there.
Is it cheaper?
No, they're about the same price.
Oh, okay.
It's more age, but it's a little bit lower proof.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, we know that his tastes usually run towards cheaper.
No, not this time. Not this time at all. They both the Weller 12 and the full proof go about for the same price on secondary.
Perfect.
Now, since you're doing all this drinking, Nathan,
Yeah.
drink responsibly.
Okay.
Heaven can wait.
That's your tagline, man. Did you steal that from somebody
I
else?
did steal that. I did steal that. That's not a Mark original. I stole that from. It was on a whiskey bottle for one of those that we did earlier on Tech Time.
Okay. You know what? The people.
It's better than my tagline.
What's that?
Bye bye.
Oh, is that your tagline?
I like hearing that one too, Mike.
All right. Well, Mark, thank you so much. Now, with our whiskey tasting completed, let's move on to our feature segment. Today, we bring back the funny yet informative reading of emails that we received during the last couple of weeks. So I actually went back for the first of the year because we got some unique ones here. This includes scam, phishing emails, texting scams, and all-out mistruths disguised as legitimate emails in a segment we call Letters.
Letters, we get letters. We get back of letters. Oh, letters, we get and the letters all have fun.
All right, Odie's up first. I don't know how we do this. We do the round table. Odie, Mark, Mike, and if there's time, we get Nathan. All right, what do we have in front of us, Odie?
I have an email from Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you would think at first glance it's from membership teams, BK at kyhomeinspections.com. So not
what?
Netflix.
What? At K Home Inspections?
But to me,
Okay.
it just says me. And then the subject says billing issue. Please review your payment details.
Okay.
With an attachment, inbox, rules, cloud, hashtag, whatever, blah, 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 storage, #, blah, 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 blah. The main subject of the email, though, is Netflix logo.
Okay.
Billing problem to the right. Billing issue. Please review your payment details.
Okay.
We're sorry. We're unable to process your payment for the next month's renewal.
Ooh, that's big news. Can't get to Netflix.
Exactly. To ensure your service continues without interruption, please review your billing information and update your payment method. If you've already done it, disregard this email. At the bottom, there's a button that says change payment method. Thank you, billing and account team.
See, that's where you need to get Mike's cynical response to emails.
All right, so we click
Which
on the
is
link.
what?
All
Which
right,
is, if you don't have the right information, too bad for you.
so you click on the link, right? And it opens up the store called GBMH Web Store.
Which is not Netflix.
Well, no, they have a logo of Netflix, Disney Plus, a knockoff version of Hulu. And so what this is they have every single like provider. Didn't have Paramount Plus on there. So, but
again, not Netflix.
That would get me.
not Netflix.
Can't lose
That
my
would
Star
get
Trek.
you? Oh.
So there you go. So
Hey.
Starfleet Academy. What are you thinking about that?
Who cares?
That's a whole
All right,
different
Now,
discussion.
I'm trying to save people from clicking
All
on
right. Okay. So here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, where's the hat?
Where's your
She's
hat,
gonna-
Mike? Here
she's
you
gonna-
go.
Oh, wait. That's right. I need to
You got to
my
put your hat on. There you go. Don't click on. All right. So stuff. Now,
Don't click on stuff.
now, if you go to the site and you see all 4, 5, 6 different online providers, and they ask you to pay a payment, and it was like $49. So I don't know. I would never pay $49 for Netflix. I don't even think Netflix has a $49 plan.
No.
So
Don't they will.
But they asked me.
They want
It was
to.
really easy. I could pay with it on Venmo. I could pay with it on PayPal.
Wow,
I
they're
could pay
making
with
it
my
really
credit
easy.
card.
Wow. that's
So all
cool.
these options were available
So
for
they're
me.
ready for you.
So they were ready for me to pay my bill.
You know
Now-
what? You need to develop a Venmo knockoff
Okay.
that takes money from these places instead of gives money to these.
Oh.
I'm advocating.
We're innovating
crime.
here.
I'm advocating criminal activity here.
Well, it's crime on crime, so I mean.
It's crime on crime, so it doesn't matter. Two wrongs make a right.
That's exactly
I'll
right.
tell you, I think, Nathan, I suspect you do the same thing that I do, how we avoid this stuff. Number one, never click on links, as Mike said.
Yes.
But number two is even if I get an email from anywhere, medical, from any of the subscribers or anywhere, I don't click ever on the link in the email. On my browser, I have all the clicks, the links
You got the
already
logins?
in the favorites, and
Yeah.
I only will click on the favorites. I won't go searching the web for Netflix because there's a lot of fake sites that come up.
Yep.
I won't click on an email. I already have everything with the valid ones in my favorites, and I go there, click on it, then I'd log into my account.
Yeah.
Yeah, so use your stuff wisely.
Don't be lazy. That's really how they get you. I mean, if I didn't read it's from membership teams.
It's not
BK
it's not
Home
lazy.
Inspections.
The problem with
It's a
this
home
is,
inspector. If
the
a home
problem with
inspector
this is-
says you need to pay your Netflix,
the
you should
problem with
probably
this is
click on
not
it.
laziness.
It is lazy.
It's not laziness. It's the way your brain works.
Okay.
Your brain is trying to make it easy for you to do things, and that's how they get away with this stuff.
All right.
We say it's laziness, but it's
just our brains
technically- it's
programmed
called
incorrectly?
it's called heuristics. It's called heuristic modeling. Your brain is looking for shortcuts on how to get through whatever it needs to get through quickly. So it's identifying. That's how they get you. It tries to identify a threat, and then it wants to get you through that threat as quickly as possible.
Perfect.
So you have to teach your brain to look at the sender's email. You have to teach your brain to do that.
Okay. All right. Now let's move on to Mark. Mark, you have a real story one here. This goes
This
a little
one's
bit.
interesting. So
Okay.
as I'm taking a look at it, it was actually sent to you,
Yep.
and it was sent from an individual that you know
Personally, yep. And that I've
Personally,
done business with.
And the email address is their email address. It's not spoofed. It's not fake. It doesn't have a different letter or anything. So it's actually from them.
It's actually from this person. That's correct.
And it says that person shared a file with you. Please click on this link and you owe, it's like an invoice that you need to pay. Now,
Yes.
number one, I've never really seen invoices sent this way. So
Okay.
that's a little bit
It
of
was
a
a
red
little. It was
flag.
a little fishy.
I got
Number
an
two, were
invoice
you
sent to my work
expecting anything from them?
No, not expecting
So
anything.
that's another red
all
flag.
my payments have been up and they're all done. So there should be no existing payment that is owed.
Right. So this is something I would not click on because of those slight, let's say not red flags, but yellow flags.
Okay.
If you did need to open it, you should do that in the sandbox on Windows, which you've talked about in a past episode, how to do that, which is a safe place to click links. Or you
Don't
would reach
click on
back
the
out
link.
to the person, not email them back, but call them,
Pick up a phone.
pick up the phone and ask them. Now, you did receive, and you got an invoice, you looked at it,
I actually opened it, looked at it.
and you looked at it
And it was
safely.
for like $5,000 something dollars. And I knew that I had used the service for this and it was only like $3,000 and I paid everything up. So I'm like, this is, I don't have a $5,000.
Something's not sitting right.
Yep.
Follow your gut.
Yep.
Now, you did receive a second email from the company, from a different individual in the company saying, "Good afternoon. One of our employees has been a victim of a phishing attempt. Please do not click the links that look like this below." And they pasted an image of what the previous email was. So
what happened is not only was this guy phish, but there was people in his system using his system without him knowing that were sending out emails to every one of his contacts, which I'm sure he had thousands and thousands of contacts. It's a security system that provides on-site security, and they have many, many, many clients. He is in charge of all the billing for these clients, so his emails had to be huge. I actually did call them and said, "Hey, I just want to let you know that I did receive this. So please, can you change my email address? Because this came to me. I'd like you to make sure you change my email address that's on file to this, because I put all my junk in a certain email. So I told him to put it there so I wouldn't have to worry about this moving forward. But people paid the money. And it was 5,000 here and 5,000 there and 5,000 here. So, and then those people I know have now reached out to the company and said, since your employee sent me this, how are you going to go about refunding my money? So not only were they victims of somebody gaining money, but now they didn't receive those funds, and the people that paid for those funds are now asking for a refund. So they got double hit. Not only were they compromised with their systems, which then say, hey, I don't really want to use you for a physical security system if you can't figure out how your own security systems go. But very tough.
So with this said, this is one of the hardest scams not to fall for, because everything is coming through fairly legitimate. But if you have any gut feeling on it, verify before you do anything.
Pick
with
up the
it.
phone and call the person.
Now, with that said, what is the legal ramifications of this?
It's really so looking into it, it's really kind of up in the air, right? So if they had an ACH, they asked for ACH bank account information. They asked for a credit card payment. If you actually would have attached your ACH bank payment and paid for that, then the company is probably going to be liable because those are instant transfers and you don't get the ACH back. Whereas a credit card, you can dispute the deal and ask for the money back. Kind of goes into where you got to be very careful if you do ACH payments, because once that's gone, it's gone. And it's very difficult to get those back versus a credit card saying that it was a
But
fraudulent
legally,
charge.
is this even if I paid ACH to this company, are they legal? If it went to court, are they legally responsible?
So court rulings have been in favor for the companies having to pay out, and they've also then said no, it was buyer beware, and it was on the buyer. So it's kind of there is no
There's a gray
hard,
area.
fastened,
Okay.
this is going to happen or this is not going to happen.
That's some good information, Nathan.
There you go. All
Just
right.
don't click on nothing.
Well, that was a pretty good scam. I mean, I actually clicked on the
I know.
because I expected it.
I got an invoice on my work email the other day, and I had to sit there and look at it for like a couple of minutes, going, "Did I do that?" And like, no.
Okay.
These are the ones that in my world that I have seen that people actually fall for have been where somebody's account has been compromised in sending from it. Those are the hardest ones.
It is very tough to spot. All right.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Mike, what do we have here? Continuing on.
Oh, we don't have to go very far, right?
Well, okay.
So this one is from Amazon account alert.
Okay.
IQ at vampirewebdesign.com.
Whoa. How can it be from Amazon account alert if it's from IQVampireWebDesign.com?
But, it's one of those unusual activity reports. Hey, we've noticed unusual activity on your account. Please review your recent actions to ensure your information is secure. Click the button below for secure access. What was the button that you
All right, so
on?
you clicked on the secure account. It came on up so it's knocking off Amazon, right? Came up with a themed Amazon looking page that asked you to input your current email that you're using and your login, and it would change your password. So when you did that and you typed in your login, it actually captured that data and put it to their little database that they had in the background. And then they said, all right, your password has been changed, and left it as a password change type of deal. And they closed out the window. So it made it look like your password was changed. It even tried to save it with an Amazon-like link in my password manager so that I could have that new password that was available there. And what it was doing was it was immediately then going to try to log into Amazon and see what they could find if you had a gift card in there, or if they could start buying stuff and shipping it to the different places. They then would receive your Amazon login account. Now, most Amazon accounts, you can set up dual factor authentication.
Yep.
So I have that on my account.
Which I hate, but I have.
You have it too. And so if they would have gotten that password, if you're set up for dual factor, you wouldn't have had to pay it, because you would have got a prompt on your phone saying, what the heck's going on? And you're like, hey, I haven't done anything. Why is this doing this? And then you could have gone in and saved your account. All right. Well, guess what, guys? That ends our letter segment. Now let's move on to Mike's mesmerizing moment.
Welcome to Mike's mesmerizing moment. What does Mike have to say today?
All right, Mike.
Don't click on stuff.
That's right. Don't click on stuff. If people think their phones are always listening, is that paranoia?
Okay.
I have a friend that thinks that his phone's always listening to him. He literally now puts it in a Faraday cage when he walks in the house because he doesn't want people hearing. I mean, he is ultra paranoid, or is he?
Okay. I don't know if we can qualify that as paranoia, because these days you never know what you're getting, right? So it's easy for us to do things, and there's like this weird magically thing that happens, right? So we've talked about this before, where you're talking about a topic and you mention some random thing, and suddenly you're getting ads for that random thing.
Yep.
Okay. Is it possible that people are using our phones to track what we're talking about? I'm asking you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. All right. So is it possible that our phones are picking up this data and it's being harvested to send us ads?
Yes.
Okay. So is that paranoia?
I don't know. Is it?
But it's not paranoia.
Something's actually happening.
Something's actually happening. Now, if you are predisposed to this type of mental health issue, this is going to exacerbate that extremely, because it's going to add what's called proof to the pudding, right? So it's going to exacerbate this so that the person thinks it's probably worse than it already is.
All right.
Because all these things are set up that we start to question our own sanity, right? So when I'm like, I think one of the things that's funny is that a lot of the ads that I get have nothing to do with anything that I am actually doing. Like you said you were talking
car
about
mechanic stuff.
Car mechanic stuff. Where'd that come from? Well, if I start connecting it to like my phone, if I say, well, all I have is my phone, and so someone must be using it to spy on me, there's this thing in my brain that says, okay, yeah, that might be happening. Okay. And then we have you saying, yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
So now I have social proof that this is going on. And then I'm like, oh, now everybody's listening to everything that I'm doing. I have to put my phone in a Faraday cage. Okay. Is that a bad idea? Well, do you have a Faraday cage?
No, I have my phone on me.
Okay. That might be a little extreme.
Okay.
But does it qualify as paranoia? I don't know if it does.
Okay.
Oh, Mike, say that again a little louder.
All right. Okay.
Wait, my phone didn't hear you.
They didn't hear him. All right.
Now I'm going to start getting things like, Do you need a therapist?
There you go. All right. Thank you for that mesmerizing moment. Now we have today's secret sound.
And now for our secret sound, brought to us by Elite Executive Services. Visit techtimeradio.com and click on the contact page to submit your answer. Odie, play that sound.
All right. Do you know what that secret sound is? The pot is currently at $30. So jump online and click on our talkback system or leave us a message at 206-649-6098. Now we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we have This Week in Technology, but now is a great time to enjoy a little whiskey on the side.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so you know what? We need people to start liking our social media pages.
If you like our show, if you really like us, we could use your support on patreon.com.
Or is it Patreon? I think it's Patreon.
Okay, Patreon. If you really like us, you can.
And you say I'm the English guy?
Patreon.com.
I butcher the English language?
You know you butcher the English language.
Okay, so it's
all the time.
It's patreon.com.
Patreon.com. If you really like our show, you can subscribe to patreon.com and help us out.
Oh, and you can visit us on that Facebook platform. You know, the one that Zuckerberg owns?
The one that we always bag on?
Yeah, you can. We're on Facebook, too.
Yeah, like us on Facebook.
Do you know what our Facebook page is?
TechTime Radio.
At TechTime Radio. Yeah. You know what? There's a trend here.
It seems to be that there's a trend, and that's TechTime Radio.
Or you can even Instagram with us.
And that's at TechTime Radio.
That's at TechTime Radio. Or you can find us on TikTok.
And it's TechTime Radio.
It's at TechTime Radio.
Like and subscribe to our social media.
Like us today. We need you to like us.
Like us and subscribe. That's it?
That's it. That's that simple.
And now, let's look back at this week in technology.
All right, we're going back to February 19th, 1987. The internet domain apple.com was created. When the domain apple.com was created on this date, the modern internet didn't even exist. There was no World Wide Web, no browsers, no hyperlinks, no search engines. This small academic heavy network called ARPANET and its handful of early commercial domains. Now, Apple's registering this domain 4 years before the web launched in 1991 shows just how early Apple was thinking about the digital future. At the time, only a few hundred domains existed, and most companies didn't yet understand why they would ever need a .com, but Apple sure did. That was also during a turbulent era for the company. Steve Jobs had been ousted 2 years earlier. The Macintosh was struggling out for the mainstream adoption, and the Apple was trying to define its identity as a rapidly shifting technology landscape. Registering apple.com wasn't just an administrative household keeping item. It was Apple's plant of a flag in the digital frontier long before the rest of the industry realized what was coming.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad you didn't get a hold of that.
Or AI.com, right? Or any of these .coms that are
similar. I know you're one of those folks that just buys up.
I do buy a lot of domains.
Domain names so you can sell them.
All right. Well, thanks, Mike. That was This Week in Technology. Have you ever wanted to watch some TechTime history? It is true. With over 280 weekly broadcasts spanning our 5+ years of video podcasts and blog information, you can visit us at techtimeradio.com to watch our older shows. We're going to take a commercial break. When we return, we have the Mark Mumble Whiskey Review. See you after this.
How to See a Man About a Dog. It combines darkly comic short stories, powerful poems, and pulp fiction prose to create a heartbreaking and hilarious journey readers will not soon forget. Read How to See a Man About a Dog, collected writings, for free with Kindle Unlimited. Ebook available on Kindle, print copies available on Amazon The Bookpository, and more.
The segment we've been waiting all week for. Mark's Whiskey Mumble.
What are we celebrating today? February 17th. It is a big, big celebration.
What is it?
What is it?
You guys don't know?
I do not know.
It's you've already eaten all your candy from Valentine's Day celebration?
No, it's Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I didn't know.
Celebrations last for 15 days, 7 of them which are work-free for many in the world. You can find a full 20% of the Earth population celebrating today.
20%?
That makes sense.
Using more fireworks than any other day of the year even. Wow. It is a celebration marked by good food, red envelopes, and blessings for everyone.
Okay.
What's the Chinese New Year this year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, whoa.
I don't know.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
What's the Chinese New Year this year?
It's not Dragon. I know
It's
that.
it's
That
the
was a
year
couple
of the
years ago.
something going to the
Is
year
it-
of the something.
You know what?
All right, yeah, look it up while
I'll
I
look it
continue
up.
on.
Hey, we have technology.
Yeah, we have to know that.
We
Thank you,
have the
Mike.
technology.
We
Now,
do.
today we have a true blessing in the glass as we toast Lunar New Year and a very belated Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl win because we couldn't do it last week because we didn't have glasses to toast. We had the tasting of the Flavor calendar. So with Weller Foolproof, we toast.
Woo! To the horse.
I'm already done.
Oh,
with
to the
mine. I
horse.
can't
To the horse.
Is it the horse or is it the red fire horse?
It's a horse, no?
Okay, I was looking online too, and it kept on coming up with red fire horse. I don't know if there's
You're
a difference between one or the other, but okay.
You're getting a salute.
All right.
So Weller Foolproof is the highest proof regular distributed expression of Buffalo Trace's weeded mash bill, the same family tree that traces back to the legendary Pappy Van Winkle line. At 114 proof, this is that soft, sweet weeded DNA turned up all the way, the weeder with the governor removed. Now for me, this is something deeply satisfying about this pour. The nose opens with warm caramel and baked brown sugar. The first sip delivers rich sweetness layered with vanilla, dark fruit, and just enough oak to remind you that it means business. It has presence, and the wheat keeps it rounded and inviting rather than sharp. That balance of power and softness is what makes it such a delicious bourbon. The kind that keeps you coming back for just one more sip, as Mike knows for sure here with an empty glass.
Yeah.
This is when it's at a good price. This is my go-to at any bar. If they have it and it's a good price,
You got it.
this one's
All right.
delicious.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Whiskey and technology are such a great pairing. Just like Stargate SG-1, the longest sci-fi TV series of all time with 10 years of airing and 214 episodes.
And some movies.
And,
what are you pairing that with? What is?
that's the longest. So it's known as the longest sci-fi series
So
of
you're
all time.
pairing
Guinness Book of
SG-1
Record.
Right. So you're pairing Guinness Book of Records with SG-1.
Well, yeah, that's it. They own the record. They own the record. All right, now let's.
I think that's just a fact.
All
not a
right, let's,
pairing.
This is not a fair.
let's prepare.
Copy and paste.
for
That's a
our
pairing.
Oh, you love that. All right, let's prepare for the technology fail of the week. Brought to you by Elite Executive Services.
Congratulations. You're a failure.
Oh, I failed, did I?
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
All right, this technology fail comes to us from Odido, one of Netherlands' largest telecom providers, after a cyber attack exposed the personal data of 6.2 million customers. Now, the breach was detected the weekend of February 7th, and Odido quickly shut down the unauthorized access and notified Dutch regulators. The threat actors were so confident they even contacted the company directly to brag about stealing the millions of records that it did, which is always a great sign that your cybersecurity posture needs a little bit of a tune-up. Now, the attackers broke into the customer contact system and downloaded sensitive information, including full names, home address, mobile number, customer IDs, email address, IBAN bank numbers, date of birth, and even passport or driver license details. But the company says that no passwords or voice calls. So are they recording all of your
I
calls?
don't know. This is not here in America.
So,
Or are
okay.
they voicemails that got saved? on the server?
Okay. I hope so. I hope they're not recording every conversation. Invoices or ID documents were taken. So if your phone company can't protect your data, just use a landline, as Mike would say.
Do they know how the breach was caused? Like, how did they get in?
Yeah, it was a simple password. It was like a simple password. No,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
no authentication. That's why they called up and bragged
so
about
the
it.
Louvre and it sounds like Europe, who has some of the best security rules, uses
For
the worst
personal
passwords.
for personal protection of your data. But what happens when this company breaches all this? So what happens? That is like everything. You might as well just post your driver's license, passport, right on a thing on the website. It just would make it easier if I could Google my name and have all my documents come on up. Then I wouldn't have to find them in the house or an email.
Yeah,
that's yeah. So when you go,
that's a way of
when you go to
looking
the
at it.
airport and they ask for a document, go, what are you doing? Just search that on
Just
the,
search
the
my
black
name.
web.
Yeah, I'm in the Netherlands.
dark
It's
web.
already all up there. Don't you know who I am? I'm walking through. You should already know what's going on.
I'm Nathan Mumm.
That's
Darn
right.
it.
All right. You know what? Let's move now.
I'm going to go ask Alexa who Nathan Mumm is.
There you go. Be careful. She'll talk to you for about 10 minutes about it.
Well, we
All
know.
right. Let's now move on to the Nathan Nugget.
This is your Nugget of the Week.
All right, what happens when your umbrella loves you just a little too much? Let's meet the newest member of I didn't ask for this, but now I kind of want it Tech Gadget.
You dating an umbrella?
I don't know, but
An autonomous
Odie's
flying
face really set that one off.
umbrella that follows you around like a weather-obsessed puppy. So now the engineer, YouTuber John C. has officially decided that holding an umbrella is beneath any of us as a species. So he has strapped a drone tech to a canopy and taught it to hover over your head like a loyal, buzzing rain guardian. No straps, no handles, no dignity. Just you walking down the street with the tiny helicopter.
Wait.
What?
Is the drone on the top of the umbrella?
Hang on. No. It's underneath. So the umbrella, the drone is protected except for its four little drone, little bzz, what do you want, helicopters that are outside.
Talking about the fan blades.
So what's interesting, though, is C's latest update shows that he ditched the handheld controller that he originally had and upgraded to a full tracking system, meaning that the thing follows you around wherever you go. Hooked up to, of course, a Raspberry Pi because they're cheap and simple and easy to program. He realized that this is now the perfect setup. It's the robot's golden retriever of umbrellas. He uses cameras, LDAR, remote operation, and he tried to use all of this underneath the idea of an umbrella. Is it practical? Well, you know what? I think you may want to go take a look at the TechTime Radio blog and actually watch the video. What ends up happening is as this umbrella is above you, it trails you. It doesn't go in front of you.
I could have told you this.
It trails you.
There's no...
So what happens?
What if you walk slowly?
So if rain is coming to you from a 45-degree angle instead of coming down on you.
It'd have to be like okay, it'd have to be something that can't even fly right. Like let's say there's the drone right there, and then there's like maybe like a 5-foot little awning that is descended in front of it, and that way,
well, no,
it trails behind you, but you're still covered. And you know what? I have an even better solution for you.
What's that?
Than that, those stupid hats that have the umbrella thing on. That'll track you better.
Yeah, sun hats.
The sun
umbrellas.
No, what's the little rainbow thing that you have as a nerdy
Those
kid?
are sun umbrellas.
Yeah. Okay, so way better than this.
No. You guys laugh now, but this is just version 1.
John C.
It's going to improve.
No.
Okay. Don't you want to go like the three of us are going to a bar? We come out and all our little things are hovering right outside.
Yeah,
how cool is that?
How does it know which one to track then?
So it just starts walking. So if you watch
are they
the
going to
video,
bang into each other?
He tries to say that this is a great thing, but when you look at it, if you just do still frame by still frame, he's 2 feet ahead of the umbrella.
Right, that's why I'm saying the 5-foot umbrella.
I didn't watch the video, but it looked like he was crouching too. Is that?
Yeah, he was trying to
He's
slow
like
down.
walking at a little bit of a crouch.
Go to techtimeradio.com.
It's the start of the Jetsons.
And watch this umbrella situation. It is perfect. Oh,
that's stupid.
Woo, it's very funny. Well, you know what? This is technology like a buddy in
This
action.
is not even cutting edge technology. Come on. The propeller hat is better than that.
All right, let's now move to our pick of the day, whiskey tastings. Odie's all lit up over here. Go.
Yeah, that was really.
How is that a Nathan Nugget?
Well, because it's a. Did you know about this until I told you?
No, because it's stupid.
That is the nugget. You did not know.
I preferred the other nugget where we talked about a guy in France that got something stuck in his back end.
No,
yeah,
that has nothing to do
there was
with
a
technology.
World War I projectile.
There's nothing
that
to
was
do with
live
technology.
ammunition.
Okay, there's nothing with technology on that. That was a funny story out of production.
It didn't go off, so we still got.
So the guy's still alive.
Well, they had to evacuate the whole hospital.
There may be a follow-up story sometime.
All right, here we go. Let's move to our pick of the day, whiskey tasting.
And now our pick of the day for our whiskey tastings. Let's see what bubbles to the top.
Today we are drinking our celebration whiskey, Weller Full Proof, from the Sazerac Company, Buffalo Trace, straight bourbon, 114 proof. $50 if you can get lucky and find it for MSRP, but generally you'll be paying $150 to $300 for it.
Could you think of walking out of a bar on a rainy day and having a sip of this nice whiskey
while your umbrella
you around keeps you nice and dry?
I can dream about drinking this whiskey anywhere.
All right,
this is like green eggs and ham.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
You can eat it anywhere. I can eat it under the bridge. I can eat it on the train. I can eat it.
You could drink it
in the rain.
Okay.
With a drone.
You should read that
following
book
you.
again.
All right. I'm going to give this absolutely huge thumbs up.
Mm.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Big thumb.
Big thumb.
Big thumb.
Big thumb.
And the big thumb doesn't go where the ammunition goes.
Yeah, sure. Sure it does. I don't think I have to say anything. This is my bailiwick. This is high wheat. It's sweet. It has a really good finish. I hate it.
You hate it.
No. Mark's been corrupting my taste buds these few years and getting me to like Rise. But this is a thumbs up for me. This is really good.
All right. Well, guess what, guys? We're about out of time.
Yeah, but if you're going to take anything away from this episode, I mean, it really comes down to don't click on
Don't click on stuff.
and read through your email.
Okay.
And don't stick things inside your body.
and
Well,
you're
that's why
being
I was
tracked.
laughing, because that has a flared base, and that's what you need.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
This wasn't even a thing. But
All right.
we don't need to make it
Sign
a thing.
us off,
We
please.
want to thank our listeners for joining the program. You can always go to techtimeradio.com, click on Be a Caller, and ask us a technology question. From all of us at TechTime, it was an honor to be host of today's show. We're here to decode the technology that shapes your world, one breach, one breakthrough, as the umbrella is, and a bourbon at a time. Remember, the science of tomorrow starts with the technology of today. See you next week.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on Tech Time Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at TechTime Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.